Ask Danny. Hoes are too scared. Dear Danny, I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter. I love your work. You seem to make music that's both experimental and catchy, and I struggle with finding that balance. At times, I want to get crazy with my songs. I'm really scared of hoes. And other times, I wish I could make pop tunes for the normies to bop to at the mall. I don't want to live in obscurity and make beats in my bedroom my whole life. But every time I try to write something for the people, it feels inauthentic and lame, even if the song feels like it could be a banger. I don't dislike pop music. I just can't seem to find it in me to fight the urge to get my weird shit out. How do you do it? Shouts out to Mike. Motherfucker, you preaching to the choir. That's what we trying to figure out.
Kind of the whole thing.
Yeah, that's kind of like how we come to existence.
Yeah.
It's just you get to the point where you just embrace the weird shit a little more because you feel like that's what you're better at. But I feel like you got a foundation, just saying like you want to make some crazy shit and you want to make some fucking boppy shit for the mall. Yeah. And that's like a cool ass foundation. I feel like that's what a lot of like hyperpop is based on in some sense.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I feel like the acceptance of the weird shit is like so high now compared to like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You can get away with making the weirdest, most abrasive, fucked up shit, and you know it'll be playing in like an H&M.
And you can find somebody that's into it. But I guess you're right in some sense. People are being more
I think so. I mean,
experimental shit.
Look at us, 100 Gex, like even fentanyl and shit. Like that shit's huge, and it's like weird, crazy, like annoying music. I say that with love.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, I just feel like with me, I don't know. I feel like you just hear shit sometimes that fucking just change you, and I feel like I was just into like normal rap shit for like most of my life, and then it was like maybe this shit was supposed to happen. It was like maybe in a span of like a year, I just heard like 3 of the like craziest albums I ever heard in my life, and I got some random tape. If anybody, I know this is about to be like some super like stupid shit, but in Detroit, early 2000s, I had maybe a red tape. And all it had was a roach on it. And it was the craziest shit I ever heard in my fucking life. And then maybe a few months after that, I got Dizzy Rascal Boy in the Corner, which made me get into The Streets, original pirate material. Cool. And then I heard A$AP Rock's Bazooka Tooth. And I've just never been the same since. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like villain arcs. Like you get that one chance. But yeah, if anybody can find that red tape, with the roach on it.
Yeah, the cockroach.
It was the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. I don't know if it was from Michigan. I don't know. My homeboy.
It was like a rap mixtape.
It was. I don't even know if I can call this shit rap. It was way ahead of its time. It was like what's a lot of shit going on, and then the songs were short. I remember because that's what maybe inspired me to start doing shorter songs.
Crazy.
A lot of the songs was like a minute 30 seconds, and I was like, but it was so crazy that you couldn't take it for longer than that.
Yeah.
But it was like the most far out there experimental shit. It was like rapping, but it was so lo-fi you barely could understand some of the raps. But that was like the charm in it, and I would listen to it all the time. I didn't even know who it was because it said nothing on the tape.
Yeah,
but I would listen to it all the fucking time, man, and of course I would try to make like more poppier shit. And I make weird shit. Same thing he's saying, but the weird shit was better.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, I'm embracing that shit, man. But it gets to a point sometimes where I feel like you get stuck in a box where people just think just because it's it's weird shit, it's almost like you don't get it. This shit is weird and you don't get it, and try to shit on other fans. But sometimes just being weird for the sake of weird doesn't mean it's good.
No,
and that's what I had struggled with for a long time. And I was like, I just want to make shit that's just, just give me an even playing field for a listener.
Totally.
To just not be like, you don't get Danny Brown. Be like, no, I'm still,
No, totally. I mean, that's always like for Machine Girl, it's always been a goal is to make it weird, but not like pretentious. Yeah. Like I don't want like that energy around it to be like, nah, bro, you just.
Yeah. And it's just like
you have to have a very high IQ to understand.
Yeah.
I don't want some Rick and Morty type shit.
And then everything is like you say, it's such just with social media culture and everything, it's somebody you can find somebody like music is subjective. Somebody's gonna like it somewhere. Yeah, before when you was just locked into your local, you might could be making shit just too far out there. But regardless of what you're doing now, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna like it. So.
100%. That's true.
Thank you.